In this video, we have a Harbor Freight 3500 inverter. This is generation number 1. You notice there's no carbon monoxide sensor anywhere on it. Pull start on this side, over here. Oil change on this side over here. Battery here. We are going to do some modifications to this. I'm going to add a USB 3 and a USB-C charger slash voltmeter to my generator because it doesn't have that. I like having the DC voltmeter to show me how much power is still in my charging battery. We are also going to add a lead wire coming off of the battery for a solar panel to keep it trickle charged. And here is what I bought. I got this on Amazon. It's positive, negative, waterproof little cap that goes on there. I also bought, let me show you. Okay, also bought this on Amazon. This is what's going to house it, so I don't have to drill a hole in my generator anywhere. We're going to, we're not going to use this. This came with it. That's just a 12 volt cigarette lighter. I don't need that. I need this. This is going to house it. I'm going to mount this to the side of the generator. That's going to go in there, like so. Of course, well, you can get the picture of what I'm doing here. Okay, and we're going to wire this. It's going to be wired directly to my battery, so I can push the button that turns it on or off. And when I turn it on, it's going to read out the voltage. Now I've checked out this. I pulled the panel off, pulled the panels off and stuff, and decided the best place for me to add on this generator, this specific generator, to add this is going to be right over here, right underneath my pull start. I'm going to mount that right in there, and that would be a good spot because the battery's right there. So I will be able to just run my wires right through here to that panel. I mean, that panel is right there on the other side. That's right directly on the other side. What I need to do is determine where my wire needs to be. So I'm going to line that up. See that line right there? I'm going to line that up with that line. But I need to determine about how far back my wires are going to go in there. So I'm going to drill me a small hole right here for the wire to poke through. So I would say that wire, I'll get me a marker and I'll make them up. Let's see. I would say my wire needs to come in about right there. Somewhere around in there. So let's put that right there. We'll just trace this out like that. We'll just trace that cover. That's where that cover is going to go. Just like that. Okay, that's where the cover will go. This will come off later. Alcohol removes, by the way, alcohol removes permanent markers. So we want a hole about right here for our wires to come through. This will probably void your warranty, but this generator is probably 10 years old. This is the first one they ever came out with, and I bought it when they first came out with it. It only has 55 hours on it. It's only been run just for the purposes of charging the battery and keeping the gas good, because I run the gas out of the carburetor, and what I do is I empty the gas. Every 6 months, I'll drain the gas out of the tank and put it in my car, and then run it till the carburetor is dry, run it out of gas, and then put fresh gas back in it. Non-ethanol, by the way. So yeah, let me get a drill bit and let's get that hole drilled and let's fish some wire through it. Let's get this going. All right. Well, let's turn some light on there. Go ahead and drill us a small hole. Wow, there's absolutely nothing behind there. Absolutely nothing. That should give me a big enough hole for the wires that came supplied with the little device. It's got that on one end and little clips on the other end. That should be enough to go through there. Well, no, it's not. I'm gonna have to drill a bigger hole. Anyway, the hole's gonna be hidden behind my little surface mounting bracket. When I found this on Amazon, I searched for 12-volt cigarette lighter surface mount. That's what I called it. Let me drill a bigger hole and we'll shove these through and we'll route them to where the battery compartment is. Be right back. Okay, there's a little bit of styrofoam, or not styrofoam, but there's a little bit of foam in there. That's insulation to keep it quiet. You just got to get past that. Now I'm going to use some long tweezers like this to reach in here and grab that. We'll find that wire in there. Just pull it right on through. Let me get that and I'll be right back. Okay, I got them going through there. Let me show you where I got them going through. You can reach over the top of here where this fuse is. Right here, you can reach over the top of that and push them behind here. So I've got them behind that plate. So they come out on the side right there, close to the top of the battery compartment. Because they're gonna go at the same place where those go. You see that? They're gonna go on the same thing that's going on. But what I wanna do now is I wanna get some insulation, some wire loom, and I'm gonna put wire loom around it. So it doesn't rub on anything like this right here. I'm gonna protect it from rubbing against that metal. There's gonna be lots of vibration in this machine when it's running. If it's ever used again. I mean, I ain't used it. All right, I took a small zip tie and I zip tied that wire loom real tight on there. That way I can just pull through from this side because it's kind of tight. So that's gonna hold the wire loom in place while I fish it through. And then I'll attach my ends on the other end. Okay, now that I got that in place, I can just pull my wire through to the end of my loom, leave a little bit out that's going to touch the battery, and now my wire is protected from the case there with the wire loom, as you can see. All right, let's get to this. Let's get the battery going. Now this is my lead right here for my solar panel that charges it. I got to hook it to the battery also. So all these wires are going to be hooked to my battery. Okay, all 6 of these wires need to hook to the battery. This solar panel charger is going to come out right here. I made a little notch in the cover. That little cover plate. See that little notch right there? I put a little notch in that cover plate. And that little wire sticks out right there so you can access it. You'll see when I'm done. Check this out. Okay, my battery's going to go this way. These are going to be towards the back. Okay? Okay, now everything is on there and in place. All I need to do is pull my... I cut the front of these off also. These little things were made out of a box. See how you can see in there now? I cut that off so it goes over the top of everything right here like that. This one too. I cut the top of this, cut the front of this one off. So it will now just pull it right over the top of all my wires. Just like so. And cover my wires up. Now I can put this battery up in there and secure it down with its rubber band and start working on mounting my box on the side. I'm gonna take some red thread locker, put some red thread locker in there. Once again, this is to keep the vibrations from making everything come apart. Get that tightened up. Now this orientation is going to change. That's going to end up being up there. like that. This cover needs to be orientated perfectly so the cover fits. You see that little thing right there will go inside the USB, and that's going to be a watertight fit. So don't let that slip around on you. If that slips around on you, you got to adjust it so it is directly to the top of the USB, just like that. Okay, now we can tighten her up. And a little bit of hot glue on here also would even help keep those threads in place. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're mounted. There's the box, mounted right on the side there. Solar panel wire comes out the front. Lift that up. All I do is push that on button. Tells me I have 12 volts in my battery. Then put the cap right back over it. And anytime I need to charge a phone or anything else, all I gotta do is turn this on, plug into a USB or one of the two USB-C ports. Either way. And I can also read it through the weatherproofing cover. That's that, folks. Now I'm going to charge it up and keep it charged. Got my solar panel right over here. So it charges just in the morning time only. It's enough to keep it charged, trust me. But I got this on the table. I'm not lifting it, so I got a chain fall. I'm going to lift it off the table, put it back where it goes, and that job's done. And this stuff didn't cost me hardly nothing. The solar panel probably cost the most. It's a little 5-watt solar panel. 12 volts, 5 watts. Thanks for watching, folks. Alrighty, folks, there it is. And I know it says Honda on it, but it's not a Honda. It's a Predator. I just had a Honda sticker, so I put a Honda sticker on there. Anyhow, I got it hooked up to the solar panel right here. You can see where it's hooked up. And if I push the button down here, you can see that it is charging. So, I'll turn that off and just let her charge. And don't think about coming over and trying to steal it. I got cameras, motion detectors, and it's locked up. And there's a bad dog here that'll bite you too.